In the previous video, we accepted PewDiePie's challenge. If you don't remember what that is, here you go.
I would love if someone did some math on Among Us, right? Or statistics, and see just the general gameplay of imposters versus crewmates. Like, what are crewmates more likely to say? What are imposters more likely to say or use as alibi, right? There has to be a correlation or difference. Or how much they speak, and those kind of, yeah, I'm curious. Someone really nerdy do that. Do some stats. Analyze a bunch of YouTuber gameplays, and yeah, that'd be sick.
That's exactly what we did. And basically what we found was he was the main accuser. So during any sort of discussion time, he was the one who was always pointing the finger. And he also led the discussion, so he was the main detective in those sort of instances. He'd overpower people with his opinion, overpower others with his opinion, and he'd be the one to, even if it was clear it was one person going down a route, he still couldn't help himself to try and point the finger at someone else, just to ask them if they hadn't spoken. He'd also laugh quite a lot in certain situations, but like we said, that was a lower on the scale, so that may just be obviously because he's a YouTuber and because of what he's doing. But he also talked quite a bit, so it was very rare that there was a chat. In fairness, there actually wasn't a chat where PewDiePie wasn't talking significantly through those chats. So now what the plan is we're going to have a look at PewDiePie as imposter, and we're going to see if his behaviour, if his tone, if just as last time any of those little things have changed to give him away. They may be exactly the same, and this may just be the way he plays Among Us, but let's find out.
Sorry guys, I had to go on an emergency meeting because I'd like to ask Cyan why you were stood at the trash disposal and you weren't disposing of the trash.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, actually.
It took a long time.
Yeah, that's true, because I didn't
Come
do
on,
it.
guys. Grande couldn't do it.
That's literally the only one you can actually see.
I enjoy killing Grande. It's one of the biggest tropes.
I couldn't use the trash, and Dave's like, you couldn't be incompetent enough to do that. We'd throw him in the
Oh
space.
yeah, that'd be a really sad actually.
Oh no.
This is hilarious. Come on.
Oh no.
Grande! Just
So in that clip, what we found was he was more than happy to follow someone else's lead. So in this instance, Lizzie took the role of lead detective, and PewDiePie was very quick to agree with her and follow that. After he said a little bit of his piece, he then was silent for the rest of the meeting. So that's quite interesting. So he's gone from being the lead detective to following someone else's lead, didn't point the finger at anyone, and was quiet for a sort of greater proportion of that. So let's see if that continues.
what the f were you doing? I saw you jumping into the fucking vent.
You're the one that jumped in the van! You
Oh,
walked right past me and you freaking killed me!
Fucking asshole. Bokehead.
I'm
No.
serious!
Now, come on, explain yourselves a little bit better. We got time.
Literally,
Okay.
I saw him kill Corpse, and then he went into the vent thinking I wouldn't see him.
Where did
Okay.
this happen?
Yeah, the cockpit.
Pewdie, if Ken tried to jump in a vent and get away, then why did Ken report the body?
You can do that as a tactic.
You can definitely do
Yeah, but if
that.
he already jumped in the vent and ran away,
Oh, yeah.
Because he's trying to get me
this doesn't line
now.
up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Because why didn't Pewdie report the body then?
Because I didn't have time to click on it.
So he jumped in the vent, then jumped out, and then reported the body.
Listen, I don't make the rules of this game.
You think it's Felix?
Yeah, 100%.
I would skip because
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
that's bull.
So for that clip, I included a little bit of the start to set the scene. Obviously, PewDiePie was caught in the act of killing someone. Very quickly he shouted straight away that it was someone else, and he was very loud, and obviously this is something he didn't do as a crewmate. He wasn't shouting. He overpowered sort of the conversation, but he wasn't shouting. But the biggest tell here of him being imposter was that he struggled on the questioning. Now this may be just a case that he was unsure, but for something as specific as this, yeah, it was an easy way to sort of catch him out, and obviously the guys did catch him out straight away there, so that's something to keep your eye out on as well.
Well, Corpse, let us know what happened.
Okay, so I'm confused. Wait, hold on. The body's in the most southern room. I just walked past two people and I was like, oh wait, it couldn't be them because those were two people, but then I realized they could both be killers and I forgot who they were.
No, you didn't notice who it was?
In that clip, you'll have noticed that PewDiePie remained quiet. He didn't make a single noise, he didn't even make a joke, he didn't even try and point the finger at anyone else or take the role of lead detective, which is what obviously he's done as crewmate. So that theme is showing up. He is very sort of not taking the lead, and he does remain quiet.
Alright, what's the emergency?
Okay, I literally saw Dave kill someone.
I saw him too.
It's totally.
I was literally about to report it.
Wait.
It was
Dave,
called
that's-
out last round, and it's.
I was just with Lizzie doing the hand reactor thing, and then I looked down and she's dead. I saw Dave run in the room. There could be someone else in the room below me. Remy, did you report Lizzie's body?
No, I saw Dylan's body and then I ran to the emergency button because I panicked.
Okay, so no one saw Lizzie's body because it's right in front of me.
So you were by the body and you didn't report the body. You went to the button instead. Yeah, that's convincing. Yeah.
It's Dave. It's.
I think it's Rumi.
Don't you hear that Dave's voice is all weird?
Yeah, but you always call someone out.
I'm thinking Dave.
I don't always call someone else. When did I do that last time? I think it's Felix and
Okay,
Dave.
how about
I'm
this?
just gonna say
Next time, do me, and then we'll see.
Well, we
No,
lose.
this
We lose
time.
if we get it wrong.
Get him off.
Yeah, I literally saw him, so now you know it's not me.
I should have thrown Dave out of the
Hey.
bus.
Okay,
I should have
okay.
thrown Dave under
it's
the
Felix
bus.
So in that clip, what we heard was he was happy to follow the lead. He was happy to sort of start off by blaming Dave, but then went quiet and remained quiet after a period of time. Obviously, he felt a bit of loyalty towards Dave as the other imposter, so he decided to try and accuse someone else. So he tried to accuse Rumi. But what was very clear in this, compared to when he was crewmate, is that he wasn't confident in his accusation. It was hesitant. It wasn't a "I think it's you." It was a "I think it is this person." So what we saw in that little clip was PewDiePie reporting the body and very quickly trying to set himself up with an alibi. In this case, it was the alibi of Lizzie. However, just like the previous clip that we saw, when he was put on the questioning, he struggled, and his example of the task that he'd done wasn't accurate enough to satisfy some of the people. For some it was, so he managed to survive that round. I think it's definitely a tell of when PewDiePie is the imposter, because he does struggle under questioning, something he didn't do when he was crewmate. He was all too quick to come up with sort of where he was and his own alibi and that sort of thing. So I do think that is a tell of when he is a imposter, and it's something to keep an eye out on in later gameplays of Among Us by PewDiePie.
I see a dead body in the cockpit. I didn't see anyone going in or out.
Dave was kind of running by me and he didn't do anything, so I don't think it's Dave.
I just saw Lizzie, but I don't think it was you.
I was doing the leaves and then I ran off to hit the reactor.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I wondered why you ran
But-
off to the right, which is kind of weird, but you found a dead body, so
I
it's
found the
fine.
body, yeah.
Well, he could also self-report.
Felix, what tasks have you done?
Literally the one that was next to Lizzie. I don't know what it's called.
Murder.
What do you do?
What did you have to do?
What do you do in that task?
The laser
That's
one.
Laser?
Yeah.
Is there a laser one there?
Yeah,
What
there's
do you mean by laser?
like you drag the thing up, down, left, right.
What?
I don't know.
Listen, I don't know how to explain all the tasks. I just saw a body. I reported it. This is fucking bullshit.
I think I'm gonna vote for
PJ,
Felix.
I think
Your
it's
task
Tuesday.
sounds really weird.
Yeah, it does. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
We're in a spaceship.
Okay,
I'm doing laser stuff. What the fuck?
Even if he's not the imposter. No! No! Oh.
You just want to.
So in that clip, what we saw once again was PewDiePie remaining quiet. He did at one point try to say something, but backed out and changed his mind there very quickly. Something he doesn't do when he is crewmate. He does take that lead. He does take that sort of lead detective role. When Corpse shone a spotlight on him, what he did try to do was set himself up with an alibi with Lizzie, in terms of being in the cafeteria. However, this has been that Lizzie questioned, and had the ability or had the time been available for her to question him longer and further, it's likely that, as in previous situations, he'd have found it difficult under questioning and may have revealed or given away that he was indeed the imposter.
Ken's dead body by the trash machine.
Yeah, I can vouch.
Did you
for
see
Lizzie.
Rumi,
anyone?
who was just with us in comms? Was it Ken?
Might have been
I don't remember.
me.
I saw you were there.
Somebody went through the door and I don't know who it was.
So that leaves Dylan, Felix, Jaden, and PJ.
Jaden was
I saw Lizzie, but I was in the cafeteria.
You saw me in the cafeteria,
No, I saw you. I was in the cafeteria.
but I wasn't in the cafeteria.
Yeah, but you can see through rooms. I'm just saying.
What are you talking
But I
about?
can see everything, so.
No, we skipped.
I'm being confused for.
So in that clip, just as the other clips, he remained quiet. He allowed someone else to take the lead, He didn't even try and set himself up with an alibi. He said wires, but didn't sort of enforce that or do anything more than that. He just remained quiet throughout the entirety of that discussion.
What's happened?
I found a body in the most southern room. I just came from the left with Rumi, so it's not Rumi. The door was locked.
I'm near Rumi and I didn't see you anywhere, Corpse.
No, you
I
didn't.
saw him though.
I
literally saw nothing.
I was following behind him and I didn't see you.
Corpse was there right before you came, Dave.
I can't tell who's talking, but the door was locked from the right, so it's none of us on the left. Who was also on the left?
I was on the right doing
I'm in
wires.
security.
At the moment, I'm still a little suspicious of Corpse and Joel because I didn't see Corpse there, but
I didn't see Corpse.
Well, that kind of makes me suspicious of you, Dave. I guess you
I've
might
just
not.
been
Can't be
vouched for by
Dave.
Lizzie.
Dave did med bay.
Okay, well that leaves Jaden, Felix, PJ, right?
I don't know where.
Yeah, I saw Jaden run into Nav on the
Okay,
cameras.
so Felix or PJ?
PJ was alone in medbay with Dave, and I walked
he
in,
could have killed me and he didn't.
and Dave was alive in there, so that
Yeah.
makes me think it's not PJ.
No, yeah, I was doing medicine.
Really?
Okay, that's good.
Corpse for now, because
So I think it could be Rumi. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm
kill him.
voting.
Box?
Alright.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know about
it was
that.
locked. It was locked. I couldn't physically get in to kill the body. It's like not possible.
Wait, who voted me?
I did.
You fucking asshole.
Uh-oh, Dave.
Okay, so
So in that clip, once again, PewDiePie remained quiet throughout all of it. It's a massive change, and this obviously is definitely the trend, that he allows someone else to take the lead. Should they make an accusation, he may follow it, or he may just remain quiet. But if the decision is left down to him, or if he is forced to make a decision, it does appear that he will just skip, unless someone is accusing him. If someone accuses him, it's likely that he'll vote for them. So, just like last time, what I did was I continued to watch PewDiePie's Imposter videos and look for any sort of trends or habits or behaviours that he did when he was Imposter during discussions. And the trend that jumped out massively was that he does not take the lead. So he literally will sit there in the background, allow someone else to take that role of lead detective, allow someone else to be the accuser. He'll jump in now and then and just go, oh yeah, I think it could be them, or I didn't see that, to try and throw off the scent, but he is not that lead presence in those discussions, which, if you remember as crewmate, that's exactly what he was. He remains quiet for quite a lot of it, so a quarter of all Imposter occasions he's quiet, like doesn't actually say anything, which we know from the previous video, he talks a lot. He was one of the sort of main voices in those discussions, so the fact he's remaining quiet is a massive giveaway for him. The third biggest thing was when he tried to set up an alibi. As soon as he was put under scrutiny or questioned, he struggled. He wasn't able to keep his facts straight, he wasn't able to keep his story straight. The examples of the tasks he was doing didn't quite add up, so that gave him away there. And if put under pressure to vote, more often than not he would skip. So they're the 4 telltale signs of PewDiePie being an imposter. And that concludes this little 2-part video on how to tell if PewDiePie is crewmate or imposter while playing Among Us. If you like this video, do please click on that like button below. I'll be making more videos on different YouTubers and different Twitch streamers on how you can tell whether or not they are crewmate or they are imposter. So if you've got any suggestions on that, do please leave a comment below and I'll look into those. Also, obviously do please click subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more of these videos, so if you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification, you won't miss any more on these, and soon we'll be able to tell exactly who and when people are imposter and when a crewmate. But thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.
I said, damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, let's go.